not Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, we'll see the East All-Stars playing against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star Game officially upon us, typically a high-scoring, fast-breaking affair. Shaq, any reason to think it's going to be anything different this time around?
Well, there are no more Dikembe Mutombos.
Oh, that was very...
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Wall out there with Kobe. Then it's Bird. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Johnson in at the 4 slot.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star Game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Pau and Marc Gasol, two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball?
That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. And it was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
Now here's Wall. Here's Kobe. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Nowitzki, no good.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Here's the chosen one. Following the basket by John Wall. Durant for 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. West All-Stars off to a quick start here. 4-point game. Here's Wall. Again, the miss by Wall. That All-Star game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that that record was going to go down.
There's the pass to Bird. Kicks it to Johnson. Shaq with the screen. Nowitzki against Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest.
Good. Johnson's got 6.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here's the chosen one, defended by Bryant. Here's the chosen one. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the '88 Slam Dunk Contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night. So just so many great memories from this event.
Well, you can't expect lockdown D in the All-Star game, especially in the first half.
Knocks it loose. Durant at the elbow. Finished off the break.
That's how you make an impact with defense. And once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And the East with some changes. Robinson's checked in for Davis. Harden comes in for Jordan. And it's Johnson in for the chosen one. The West also making some changes. Chamberlain's checked in for Shaq. James comes in for Johnson. And it's Allen in for Bryant. Will it go? Rejected by Nowitzki. Bird's shot is good.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Here's Robinson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And, you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Russell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Irving subbed in for Durant. The West All-Stars also with the sub. McGrady's checked in.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another train break that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting a huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
I asked him about how he was going to get the All-Stars comfortable playing with each other, and he said, we're just going to keep our sets very simple and let them go out and make plays. I took one look at the roster and knew all I had to do was get out of the way, and we'd have success. Should be fun to watch, guys.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And guys, we've had some All-Star game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harden, Chamberlain with the block. Allen against Irving. That's tipped. James outside. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. LeBron's got 5. 5 seconds left in the first. Johnson from outside. And he gets it to go. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. East All-Stars ahead, leading by 5. After this break, we'll be... A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Johnson is out there with Bird. Then there's Allen. And there's Bryant, and it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30. So that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane, and really that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
The chosen one from beyond the arc, and then some. The chosen one's got 11 points. And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 9 points. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch. Whoa! And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one. Back-to-back threes for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry. And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
13 feet away. The shot is good off the backboard. And that's 13 points for the chosen one. Bird outside. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And he jams it with authority.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hander.
Robertson outside. This one for three. They grab their own miss. Outside for Jordan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. And it's 7 points for Jordan.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
And then making a point of getting in there and vying for missed shots.
To the inside. Great D that time from Davis.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Robertson kicks to Davis. Fires the three. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Johnson, good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's the chosen one, guarded by Kobe. Here's the chosen one, scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week. Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
New players in now for the East. Johnson can't get it to go. And the West All-Stars have possession. 6-point game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at. And now, in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And that's still one of the most hallowed achievements in NBA history. I mean, we're talking about the Big O averaging a triple-double over the course of an entire season. I mean, to think we have another player with a shot to do that, it really speaks to the one-of-a-kind season he's having. This is the stuff of legends.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Wall nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And George, here we go. Kicks it out to Harden. From deep three-point range, no luck. Now the West All-Stars the other way. It's George on the wing. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Harden on the wing. McGrady covering. Shot from the wing.
Russell.
And some changes here for the East. Robinson's checked in for Cousins. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Johnson. Westbrook against Wall. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Harden now, top of the key. Hits from the high post. Harden's got his first basket of the night.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Thank you for joining us. We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast at such an amazing and fun weekend. This year's All-Star action is no different. And on top of all that, we've got a competitive matchup underway. Both East and West All-Stars this year looking primed to put on a real show in the second half that could go down to the wire.
Wow, Ernie, well said. Anyway, the game has been pretty close up to this point, but there's going to be a moment when everyone goes into overdrive. Stops being a free-for-all with scoring, and the Stars turn it up a notch and try to win. Everyone in this game is crazy competitive, and nobody wants to go home a loser.
I think this All-Star game definitely has the makings of an exciting finish. It happens every year. Usually in the second half is when the...
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you...
And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Durant is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Davis. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. They recover it. Shaq with the bucket. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Leading by 5. Outside, Davis. Passes to the chosen one. Davis with a screen on Kobe. Back to Davis. They get it back. Here's the chosen one, defended by Bryant. Pass to Jordan. Durant in the corner. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by John Wall. Here's Bird. Here's Bryant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First trip to the line for him here. Free throw, good, Bryant. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And here's Jordan outside. A rebound by Johnson.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Bryant.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
They recover it. The chosen one. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And that's now 21 points for the chosen one. Wall up top. He has 6. Stolen by Durant. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And it's sent back by Bryant. Here's the chosen one. That's good from 17 feet away. Now it's a 6-point East All-Star lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Wall kicks to Kobe. Here's Johnson. Shot is off. Some solid D from Nowitzki. It's stolen by Wall. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Second chance shot. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Catching up on the changes for the East. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Irving comes in for Kevin Durant. Johnson, he's checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Robertson in for the chosen one.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Robertson against Wall. Shoots. That's good on the jump shot. Robertson's got the lead up to 9 now for the East All-Stars. Wall draws the double. Baylor drives in. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. Baylor's got his first bucket in this one.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And that one's good.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Robertson against Wall. That one goes. Count. Robertson's got 4 points in the quarter.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Wall dishes to Allen. Here's Chamberlain, and that one goes long. 1:49 left here in the third quarter. And then Oscar Robertson with the dunk.
That's exactly why you watch the All-Star game, to see plays just like that.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Robinson's checked in for Nowitzki. Harden comes in for Irving. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Robertson. Here's Westbrook. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Ray Allen picks one up.
And what a show Russell Westbrook put on a year ago at the All-Star game. I mean, you could tell early on that he was looking to take over and leave his mark.
Russell, he's checked in for the East. Ellen Westbrook, Greg, in that All-Star game did take over. He ended up with 41 points in about 25 minutes played, Clark.
Yeah, he got 28 shots up to get to that 41, but it was quite clear he was on a mission in that game, and he was surely the star of the show.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Olajuwon's checked in. McGrady passes to Olajuwon, but they'll get another chance. And that one hits back iron. Harden outside. Screened by Russell. Three-pointer. Harden, no good. And the West All-Stars have possession. Trailing here by 8. Baylor kicks to Olajuwon, and it's sent back by Russell.
Eastern All-Stars ball.
George is checked in for Baylor.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Allen's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. And it's Johnson penetrating. The kick out to Westbrook. Right side Robinson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden's shot is good. And so here are the West All-Stars. 9-point game. Here's George. He's got 5. Lets the 3 fly. No good. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Bird. Kobe is out there with Wall. Then it's Johnson, and it's O'Neal in at the center. And here are the East All-Stars now. Outside, Davis. It's Durant on the wing. Knocked away. Stolen by Bird. Dishes to Johnson. Back to Bird. Lets it go from 14. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Feeds to Durant. Beyond the arc. That's good.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Wall dishes to O'Neal. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Shaq's gone and ice. 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. To the inside. Durant. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
Johnson, good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Wall passes to Johnson. Inside, and Shaq with the slam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now the East All-Stars with it. They lead by 7. Durant, wide open, he fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And Wall kicks to Kobe. Jacks up a 3, and Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Bryant. And it's 9 points for John Wall.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Outside for Davis. Fires from deep. Wall grabs the board.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
That's good. And now just a 2-point East All-Star lead. Kobe's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. Here's the chosen one. That one's off, still out of sync. And the West All-Stars with possession. Johnson the screen to tie it up. The drive by Bryant. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Again, the miss by Wall. Wall's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Jordan dishes to Nowitzki. Durant for 3. Can't get it to go. Now the West All-Stars the other way. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Look at the chosen one. He's been playing really well.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Bird, the pass to O'Neal. No good. That would have tied it. Here's the chosen one. The shot from the low post is good. The chosen one's got 4 points this quarter.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
The dish now to Nowitzki. Here's the chosen one. Baseline try. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
What a play there. The hoop plus the arm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. Really an extraordinary game for the chosen one. He has 29 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Yeah, and Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. All going up court. Outside for Durant for 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
1:32 left in the game. And there's the feed to Jordan. And there's the pass to the chosen one. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 33 points for the chosen one.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
Kobe goes in.
Defensive foul. Kobe Bryant. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Bryant hits them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The rebound by Johnson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Wall. The shot is off. Great D that time from Davis. Here's the chosen one. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's just, oh, now that's an all-star dunk. That's why he's here.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Bird. Gets a very good look and converts.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Lets it go from deep. Laces one from 3. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Baylor. So the East All-Stars win it.
And for the Eastern Conference, they score the victory on their home turf here in Toronto. That runs their all-time record in the All-Star game to 38-27. The West has a long way to go, guys, to catch up.
It's going to take a while, you're right. Well, as always, we've had a blast bringing this game to you, the special moments from All-Star 2016. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan saying so long. Good night, everyone, from Toronto.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And this year's All-Star Game, another classic in a long history of tremendous All-Star games. And we've got some highlights to show you of one performer tonight who stood out, earning the honors of All-Star Game MVP. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
Well, he had fun out there. He also didn't shy away from putting on that flash and pizzazz to make the highlights. I thought he gave the fans a gutsy performance. All the celebrities stopped looking at me and started waving at him. We had a couple of good candidates, but he deserved it.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.